Hello everyone, my name is Wana and I'll be talking about microplastics and food systems. In this documentary, I'll be talking about how microplastic impacts human health as well as my proposed solutions. My main example will be set in West Java, Indonesia, specifically Bekasi. Please take note that this video isn't monetized and is mainly to raise awareness. So let's start off with what is microplastics. Microplastics are plastic particles with a diameter of less than 5 millimeters, of which their primary portal of entry is through environmental contamination, including soil, water, and air. West Java Bekasi, widely known for Bantar Gebang landfill, which is labeled as the trash mountain. It is located on the outskirts of Jakarta, covering 100 hectares where they receive roughly 7,000 tons of waste daily. The landfill is the primary site of waste for Jakarta's 10 million residents, and it is infamous for its overwhelming stench and toxic piles. As the trash keeps piling higher, the headlines about this mountain stacks up just the same. For this video, we will focus on their tofu production that is fueled by plastic waste imported from Australia, New Zealand, Japan, France, the United States, and Britain. About 60 tofu factories fire up the boilers and fryers with these wastes. Research shows that microplastic is seen in every corner that the tofu touches in these factories. So, how does this impact their health? Microplastic in food is severely toxic and harmful to human health. First, exposure to BPA, an industrial chemical used primarily to make polycarbonate plastics and epoxy resin, can cause fertility issues as BPA competes with estrogen and testosterone for their receptors, where estrogen tells the ovaries to release eggs, help regulate the menstrual cycle, and prepare the uterus for pregnancy, while testosterone helps regulate sperm production, sexual drive, and other functions. Secondly, it may increase the risk of chronic disease. Research shows that long-term exposure to microplastic broadens the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and heart disease. On the other hand, some research shows that microplastic can cause as much harm to a person's health to the same degree as following an unbalanced diet. Lastly, it may impair their immune health. A study done in 2020 by Nell Hurt and Matilda Podi-Malapo found that exposure to microplastic leads to poor gut health. And since the gut plays an important role in immunity, with 70 to 80% of the body immune cells being in the gut, means that any condition that affects the gut interferes with the immune health as well. As for my proposed solution, I suggest that we should minimize exposure by limiting highly processed food, especially since they have low nutritional quality. This associates them with the development of chronic diseases, hence increasing exposure to BPA chemicals will increase the chance of getting chronic diseases even more. Another way we can minimize exposure is by opting for different containers. By this, we should start using more eco-friendly packaging, which will reduce the exposure and migration of microplastic in food supplies. The materials of eco-friendly packaging recommended are glass or stainless steel. So in conclusion, plastic has infiltrated almost every corner of Earth, with researchers finding it from the frozen Arctic snow to the most remote deserts. Microplastic is pervasive and insidious, hence making it hard to detect, or rather a silent hazard.